We will just wait a minute to make sure that we're live. Wait a minute, guys. We'll be back in a second for Huddersfield versus Luton match preview, obviously, which will be tomorrow. Hello everybody, and obviously welcome to the first video, obviously, of Talk Town, obviously, since it's been named that. Hopefully, do enjoy this video as it's our first match preview. So obviously, Huddersfield Town take on Luton Town tomorrow, which is Monday, the 11th of April. Obviously, live Sky Bet Championship Football. Obviously, it's live on Sky Sports Football. So if you're not making your way down to the John Smith Stadium, obviously, please watch it on Sky Sports Football. I think coverage is from 7 o'clock or 7:15 for a 7:45 kickoff down at the John Smith Stadium. And obviously, we'll go through all the latest news with you with Huddersfield Town, and obviously we'll talk a bit about Luton Town as well. So, we'll start off with showing you Sorry guys, I lost you there. But obviously breaking news, obviously Matty Pearson could be potentially out for the rest of the season. Obviously sadly has picked up a knee injury. So obviously all of us Town fans and obviously all the Town fans across the world, the backroom staff at Huddersfield Town, us at Talk Town, and everybody obviously wish Matty Pearson a very speedy recovery. And obviously, hopefully, he will obviously be back out the pitch, hopefully before the last game of the season, but it could be potentially out for the rest of the season, which obviously isn't the best of news for Huddersfield Town fans. So obviously, we'll move back obviously to this slide, because I've only got this slide, then Matty Pearson slide, and obviously the score prediction slide. But obviously, with Huddersfield Town, obviously they'll be moving obviously with Tom Lees and Levi Colwell, I think, with going forward, and obviously I think it will be going back to the back four, so you could see maybe the likes of Harry Toffolo in the left back position and Ollie Turton obviously in the right back position for Huddersfield Town until the end of the Sky Bet Championship season. But obviously we'll move on to Luton Town. Obviously Luton Town have been performing pretty well this season. Obviously they are in 5th for Huddersfield are in 4th, so it's obviously a very crucial 3 points for either side. Obviously, as you can see on the screen there, Elijah Adebayo, obviously Huddersfield Town were linked with him as well at the beginning of the season, but obviously Luton was able to grab his eye. Obviously, he's been really, really good for Luton Town, scoring plenty of goals, getting assists. He's looking obviously very energetic, so that's a player that Levi Colwell obviously need to stay on, or Tom Lees, and obviously we need to obviously also look at Harry Cornick as well. Obviously, we need to make sure we stay tight and compact to Luton Town's key players for Huddersfield, obviously, to win the game. Obviously, so if you are obviously making your way down to the John Smith Stadium, obviously have a safe journey there and back. Obviously, I will be there as well, and obviously there will be filmed match action as well. So obviously there'll be a highlight video there for Huddersfield Town fans. Obviously, if you want to see a few of a bit clips of the atmosphere, obviously that will also be on as well. So I'm just going to try and find some key news for Huddersfield Town. I'll just be a second. So I've just found the predicted lineup. What some people think obviously Huddersfield Town may start with. Obviously this could be it because obviously Matty Pearson sadly misses out. So Lee Nichols, Ollie Turton, Tom Lees, Levi Colwell, Sorba Thomas, John Russell. Obviously Jonathan Hogg is returning from illness, so it'll be good to have him back. Harry Toffolo, Danel Sinani, Lewis O'Brien, and obviously Danny Ward as well will be returning from his illness. So obviously that could obviously be a potential good lineup for Huddersfield Town. And obviously on the bench, Town on about with Jamal Blackman, Naby Sarr, Josh Ruffles, Karel Eiting, Tino Anjorin, Dwayne Holmes, and Jordan Rhodes. Obviously, I know Huddersfield obviously a fantastic, been going really obviously well. And obviously I think for Town, obviously having Dwayne Holmes on the bench could be a good thing. Obviously for him to come on with a bit of energy, and obviously Huddersfield Town are obviously on about leaving Josh Karoma out for the Luton game. Obviously if we have a bit obviously of Dwayne Holmes, obviously just he's quite energetic, is Dwayne Holmes. So obviously it'd be good obviously for him to play, obviously come off the bench obviously if we do need him, with the likes of Jordan Rhodes, obviously a goal scorer. And obviously if we need a midfield, obviously there's Karel Eiting and Tino and Jorin. Obviously, so I will be putting up the slide of score predictions in the meanwhile. I will be close to ending the live stream. Obviously many preview shows obviously will be coming up very, very soon. Obviously, Huddersfield Town. I'm just having a look at the latest news here with Huddersfield Town. So both sides currently occupy places in the Championship top 6, with host Huddersfield in 4th and Luton in 5th, with just 1 point separating the two sides, with the likes of Middlesbrough, Blackburn and Sheffield United breathing down their necks. Both teams will be looking to take all 3 points from the fixture at the John Smith Stadium. So here we've taken a look at some of the big questions you might have already have asked. So in terms of team news for one side, obviously Carlos Corberan is set to be without Matty Pearson for the clash. Obviously Luton's obviously his former club, with the defender having sustained a knee injury from a tackle in training. A tackle in training. How disappointing is that for Huddersfield Town? Corberan is obviously set for a selection boost elsewhere though, with Jonathan Hogg and Danny Ward both recovering from their illnesses that saw them miss out against Huddersfield Town's 1-0 win against Hull City. Aside from Pearson, Carlos Corberan has a full squad to choose from for Huddersfield Town. Meanwhile, Luton Town are having some injury difficulties ahead of the clash, with Nathan Jones bemoaning the timing of their injury crisis ahead of the season run. So Luton Town is set to be without Gabe Osho, Reece Burke, Tom Lockyer, Luke Barry and Jordan Clark, have all missed out through injury of late, and as far as we are aware are likely to do again against the Terriers on tomorrow night. Many people obviously are going for a 2-1 win Huddersfield, because I think Luton may have just a few too many injuries for Huddersfield Town. And obviously Huddersfield are looking for more wins again. Obviously they won 1-0 out last time against Hull City, and obviously they are looking for more wins again. And obviously, yes, obviously if you aren't able to make your way down to the John Smith Stadium tomorrow night, it will be broadcast live on Sky Sports Main Event and Sky Sports Football. With that said, it will also be available to stream live on Sky Go for customers of the service. And what time is kickoff? Kickoff at the John Smith Stadium is set for 7:45 PM Monday the 11th of April. So hopefully Huddersfield Town will do well. And obviously guys, if you want to let us know what are your score predictions, I think 2-1 Town, let us know either in the comment section of this video or on our Insta at Huddersfield_Town_talk. So obviously we have got Instagram as well, and obviously we have now got Twitter, which is also Talk Town, where daily post, well not daily post, but weekly posts of Huddersfield Town edits, all of our edits will be posted on there. So if you haven't already, make sure you follow, and obviously make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. So obviously that is our match preview of Huddersfield Town versus Luton. So please let us know what your score predictions are. And obviously if you are making your way down to the John Smith Stadium, hopefully we'll see you as well. Obviously there will be a highlights video either about 4 hours after the game or tomorrow morning. So thank you for everybody for listening, and obviously hopefully your team, obviously if you're a Luton fan, Luton do well for you, or if you're a Mighty Terrier fan, Huddersfield Town get the win over the line. So thank you, and we'll see you